Mutation is a change in the DNA sequence of an organism's genome. Here are several ways in which mutations contribute to evolution and genetic variability. The source of genetic variation. Mutations are a primary source of genetic variation within populations. They introduce new alleles into a gene pool, creating diversity among individuals. And the new alleles may result in altered traits or functions contributing to the genetic diversity within the population. Some examples of species whose genetic variability is a result of mutation are humans, bacteria, and cheetahs.
Gene flow is the transfer of genetic materials from one population to another within species. Role is promoting evolution, increases genetic diversity within a population by bringing in new alleles from other populations. How does gene flow modify genetic variability? It introduces new genetic material, promotes homogenizations between populations, maintains diversity, and facilitates adaptations to changing environments. Examples of species: migratory birds, fishes, and insects. Gene drift is a random and unpredictable process that influences the change in allele frequencies within a population over time. Role in promoting evolutions in a small population. Genetic drift can lead to a random fixation, becoming fixed in entire populations, or loss of alleles. Genetic drift leads to a random fluctuations in the frequencies of alleles within a population in small populations. Change events such as the disproportionate survival and reproduction of individuals carrying certain alleles can result in the random increase or decrease of allele frequencies. Examples of species can be microorganisms and small populations. Environmental interaction refers to the ways in which living organisms interact with a response to their environments. Role in promoting evolutions. It influences the selection pressures acting on populations, and the process of evolution involves changing in the genetic makeup of population over the successive generations. Role in genetic variability. Environmental interactions are intimately linked with genetic variability through the mechanisms like natural selection adaptations, genetic drift, epigenetics, and gene flow. The interplay between genetics and environmental factors is a fundamental aspect of evolutionary process, shaping the diversity and adaptability of living organisms over time. Examples of species can be pepper moths, Arctic fox, and also polar bears.
Sexual selection is when one sex species likes another sex species. Its role in promoting evolution is that it contributes to the diversity and complexity of life by shaping the characteristics and behaviors of individuals within a population over time. Some examples of these species are deer, bowerbirds, and lions.
Natural selection, a mechanism of evolution where organisms that are more adapted to their environment are more likely to survive and pass on the genes that added their success. Role in promoting evolution. It acts on genetic variation, presents in populations, favoring traits that increase the individual's chances of survival and reproduction. Role in genetic variability. It is a dynamic force that acts on a genetic variation within populations, leading to the evolution of traits that enhance an organism's fitness in its environment. Artificial selection. It is a form of selective breeding where individuals with desired characteristics are selected to be parents for the next generation, with the goal of enhancing or maintaining specific traits in subsequent generations. Role in promoting evolution. Artificial selection speeds up the evolutionary process compared to the natural selection, which operates over much longer time scales. Humans can exert selective pressure within a few generations, leading to rapid changes in the frequency of desired traits. It can also influence genetic variability in ways that depend on the breeding goals, practices, and the size of breeding population. Responsible and thoughtful breeding strategies can help strike a balance between achieving desired traits and maintaining the genetic health of populations. Examples of species: dogs, chickens, and horses.